Hey everyone, Miacidae here, welcome back to Darkest Dungeon. Today on the No Hope Estate, we're going to be going into the Warrens to fight the Swine God. The reason for this is the Scoundrel Seath, a very good, very powerful trinket for the Highwayman. We're also going to be getting the Wilbur's Flag Trophy, which is one of the better dodged trophies or trinkets I will be getting in this estate. So it's kind of a twofer where I'm going to be getting two very powerful trinkets to kind of help me along. And it's going to knock one of the 20 bosses I have left off of this estate. So with that being said, let's jump straight into the party and how we're going to kind of try to dismantle this thing, because the Swine God is one of the higher damage output things there are left to do. I'm going to be starting with Evelyn the Ripperkin. She is the one, if not two, of our damage dealers. However, she's the one I'm relying on more for damage. We have Rip and Tear. This does a lot of damage, and it also minuses protection. So this can be used to dismantle things from Bristle and Bone while I get to the boss, and can be used to move forward if for whatever reason I get moved out of place, which I don't think will be a thing, but it is a thing just getting to the boss. We then have Blood as Fuel. This bypasses and breaks guard for once again getting to the boss. It is also her highest damage move on the boss and also does a 4-for-2 bleed. Next up we have Bloody Gust. Once again, it's just a AoE bleed for getting to the boss. I'm mainly going to be using Blood as Fuel. Finally, if things hit the fan, I have Rev Up. She sacrifices 30% of her maximum HP to gain an extra action to kind of get rid of things. For her trinkets, we have the Deserter's Crest. This gives her +2 speed, plus 35% bleed amount. However, she will have a -15% death blow resistance. As you can see, she only has a 55% base. So this puts her at a 40% base. Then we have the thing's Crystalline Fang. This gives her up to a 15% more crit rate, a few things dependent. So we'll see how this goes, but her crit rate should be fairly high. Next up, Sahar, our Duelist. The main thing we're going to be using is Touche. What this does, plus damage received. This way our two damagers, Evelyn our Ripperkin and our Falconer, can do even more damage. Otherwise we have Flesh if I want to do damage, or again, which can only be used once a battle, but will give me extra actions. An extra action from non-lethal attacks and an extra action from friendly skills. For her trinkets we have the Ancestor's Letter Opener, that way my attacks actually land, and it gives me an on-hit bleed. Then we have the Lover's Glove, so again doesn't stun us. Next up, Esmeralda. We're kind of counting on her for debuffs, particularly Windmill Chakram. This lowers accuracy. However, it also bypasses and de-stealths things on the way to the boss. That way, I'm not sitting around waiting for things to de-stealth themselves. Otherwise, we have Piercing Dagger for bleed, lowering protection, and Undercut, lowering dodge, lowering speed. For her trinkets, we have Maciac's Head, upping her debuff chance, which is very important. But it also gives her an on-attack hit, lowering dodge while things are blighted, which won't really be a thing, but stranger things have happened. Then we have the Ancestor's Map, upping her scouting and trap disarm chance. Finally, our Falconer. We don't really have a mark, so Quick Shot won't be doing too much, but the whole reason I had brought her. We're gonna be using her in Ranger form, so this is gonna be a little bit weird. So she's not gonna be doing too much damage, but the main reason I had wanted to bring her is Spirited Cry. Now Wilbur, the boss that accompanies the Swine God, can stun a bunch of people. If the Falconer goes in time, we use Spirited Cry, everyone gets plus crit and clears their stun. Otherwise, the Falconer actually can use Eye Thief, marking a target for herself, so that Quick Shot can do more damage, or that Heavy Barrage can do more damage, and we can just benefit from that. Otherwise, for our trinkets, we do have Wolf's Tassel that ups her damage, just a flat 2, and then plus 2 more if something is marked, and then she cannot be marked for Wilbur. And then the Ancestor's Candle, giving her plus 10 dodge and plus 15% more damage. So let's see how this works out, and hopefully I don't have too bad luck with the actual boss just obliterating me. I'm going to bring Amphitheater for this stress resistance, or the minus stress received. I am going to bring a Anathenum, actually 2 of them for the debuffs, because I do want those debuff chances, and otherwise we will be good.
The great thing I had managed to bring through was brutish and stupid. Moreover, it required prodigious amounts of meat to sustain itself. But this was only a trifling concern. After all, I had a village full of it. A nameless abomination. A testament to my failures. It must be.
So he's going to be in the upper right or upper left there. So I'm going to go to the left here and get that extra food.
These tunnels predate even the earliest settlers.
And then we'll go up and then to the left, and then if things go well from there, we'll scout around. Once again, why do piggies always throw things in the sconces? Just because I don't think I'm going to be going many places after the boss. These champion bosses have been thrashing me. I'm going to go to like all of the hallways I can and get what I can before just continuing on. Going to the treasure room. Alright, so Sagittarius is stealth for 4 rounds, and then we have a Masterwork and a Slayer. To defeat the beast, we are going to blood his fuel onto the Slayer. Actually, let's rip and tear getting the protection off of the Masterwork, because he can guard people, and they get even more protection. I'm going to touche, upping the damage received on him.
A devastating blow.
We are going to Windmill Chakram, de-stealthing the Sagittarius. And then quick shot on the Masterwork so it can't do anything. So that's 1 down, 1 de-stealth. The Slayer is going to hurt a bit, but we'll see what happens there. Kind of surprised it dodged. Is that going to be a... It re-stealthed itself. Kind of surprised on that. We are going to Heavy Barrage the Slayer. Blood is fuel onto the Slayer, bleeding it. That's a 5 bleed, 7 health. Touche, it goes down. Sagittarius left. Ooh, Chakram. Oh. It's gonna re-up that stealth again. Well, Eye Thief.
Well struck.
Blood is fuel, bleeding it. It resisted that. Touche, up damage received. And Piercing Dagger, lowering the protection, bleeding it.
Executed.
There we go. Okay, that hurt a tad. Quick shot.
A victory. Perhaps a turning point.
Alright, so we did scout. If I go up to this room, I am fine. And then I can go straight to the boss. So I'm actually going to camp here for our buffs. What are the buffs going to be? Fletchery ups crit rate. If I do flick, I get a passive riposte. I can do meditation for plus damage, crit dodge. That's going to be huge. Displacement would be more dodge. Yeah, I think that's going to be worth it. So firewood. Feast for the health of stress, because we did take a little bit there. Take what we can. Gonna heal a tad more. Trade the 1 food for the deeds. Trade the citrine for the crusts. And like I said, prevent nighttime ambush plus dodge. Actually, let's just do safe and sound to prevent nighttime ambush minus stress. Then Fletchery for plus accuracy crit. I can only do 2 of these. So I think, because I don't want to accidentally take out Wilbur before the boss, I mean I could, but then things are going to go downhill very, very, very quickly. We're going to do Meditation for the plus damage crit dodge. Actually, I don't get the dodge. That's for defensive stance. We're going to do Displacement for the dodge. That leaves me with 6. I can do Horrible Nut, or It's Going Down, upping my damage, but then I take a little bit of damage on 2 heroes, which is fine, because I can heal with food. And that's 2. And then I can Displacement. So yeah, Displacement, that's plus dodge. It's Going Down, that leaves me with 4. I can heal with the food. And then Meditation for the plus damage plus crit. I know I don't get the plus dodge, but I really don't want... As much as I want the flick there, for the riposte, which realistically would be very, very good for the boss, it also is a trap because if Wilbur dies, the boss murks you, more or less. Oh, I thought... Whoopsies. I wanted the sapphire there. Oh well. Let's grab the food, the gold, and we're good. And go straight to the boss from here. Torch up, grab the ruby.
Measure. Awarded to the brave and the fool.
Let's do this.
Alike.
Huh? Oh, I guess he could be the bottom one here. Because technically it is the same amount of spaces. Gotcha. I misread. So, feed the beast. I'm gonna Bloody Gust, hitting both of these two, hoping to bleed the Skulker. That's a miss. I get 4 battles worth, so I think I can get down to the boss still. Touche. I really need to get the Skulker down. Like, really, really badly. Otherwise, things are gonna go south quickly. So that's plus damage received on him. Piercing Dagger on him, because screw him. So no matter what, this bypasses in these stealths. So what I want to do is switch to Rogue. Reposition, getting rid of the block there, which should fly me back. I get an extra turn. Bleed the Skulker.
As the fiend falls,
or just take him out.
faint hope blossoms.
I didn't think that would de-stealth the Sagittarius. We're going to Piercing Dagger, bleeding, getting the protection down on the Sagittarius. Touche on the Devourer, because if he eats a corpse, I'm screwed. Ripperkin getting rid of Devourer. Sagittarius left.
Give them no quarter.
Mark Sagittarius. Actually, that bleeds him. My bad, but oh well. Still bleeding for a lot. Good dodge, otherwise that would have been an owie. Blood is fuel. Bleeding, or... I've resisted. Piercing Dagger again. I need you to go back into Ranger. and poke
Monsters size
with an arrow. Alright, we're gonna leave the gold. Default order. Actually gonna get the plus damage on the Falconer, I think. No, we're gonna get it on the Ripperkin, because if she gets Rip and Tear plus damage, I'm kind of set. Yeah, there we go. So, 2 fights and then the boss. I just have to hope the fights are fine. Torch. Yeah, this one's not going to be bad. We do have to take out the Bloodflower quickly. Plus damage received. Bleeding a little bit. Feed the beast into blood as fuel, bleeding it. So it's bleeding for 6, plus 18% damage received. Piercing dagger, get rid of protection, also bleeding it. So bleeding for 10. Someone else can go at the supplicant, because 1 blood as fuel should take it out. So I can probably heavy barrage the supplicant.
Prodigious size alone does not dissuade the sharpened.
And there we go. Can I take anything out of that? Not really.
On to the task's end.
I can top everyone up health-wise, though. And then I can probably just take the portraits there. And we're pretty much good. Okay. I'd get rid of more, but I'm going to have to get rid of stuff at the secret door anyway. Lich Brute. Oof. I know it's only 2 actions, but still. Eye Thief getting rid of the block there on the Brute. That marks him anyway. Plus damage received on Brute. Minus protection because he has 40. So that is plus accuracy plus damage for 3 rounds. We're going to do blood as fuel on him. So bleeding for 10. Plus damage received makes it 12. Owie. Quick shot, hopefully taking him out. Crit would have done the job. Bleed does do the job. Piercing Windmill Chakram, lowering accuracy on the Lich. We didn't get it. Blood is fuel. No, let's do Rip and Tear, lowering the protection if we can. Nah, I didn't do it. Touche.
Precision and power.
Liquefaction. Such a fun word.
Great is the weapon that
But realistically, something that really never does anything. Blood is fuel, take him out. Not that the Lich has blood, but let's see what we can do here. We need to top up health-wise, so there's our food. As much as I would want to take any of this, once again, secret door. So what I'm going to do is we go in here, we torch up, we use the key to get the secret door stuff, which is this. We torch up, we toss the torches.
A blazing star is born.
I want to see if this is a wall or a whatever. Okay. And then I'll go back to this secret or this treasure room after the boss if I'm in a good enough position, grab that loot, and go from there. Holy waters because of stun. Don't need to use the medicinal herbs. We're as good as we're gonna get. Let's go. I love this room so much.
Travesty, a blundering mountain of hatred.
Oh, screw your stun right away. I had such a plan. Okay. We need to lower his accuracy right off the bat. Get the beast. Blood is fuel. Love that crit. Got him bleeding. Oh, it hit. We need to mark him, so we do damage. Do not. Okay. So here's the thing. I'm already below... I'm below the threshold. So debuffing myself for minus 30% max HP is not going to do anything. Blood is fuel. Or, rev up rather. So blood is fuel. Do the 17 damage. Bleed him. I get an extra action. Oh, do not put me at death's door.
Facing the abyss.
I want to see if this stacks just again. Okay, so I do 33 to 37 or higher, not even a higher crit rate, so we're going to do quick shot onto the Swine God.
A powerful blow.
Dodge, 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 dodge. Okay. That's why I gave you those camping buffs. Evelyn's not a good spot now. But again, should pop off. Yeah? Blood is fuel.
Impressive.
Didn't take him out. Blood is fuel. Bleeding for 20. Oh, we got our one gamble there. Okay. A Windmill Chakram lower his accuracy. He's at minus 55, but Wilbur's the one that's gonna get me here. Swine God needs to go down. So quick shot. Rev up again, because if I can get Swine God Wilbur, we're good.
Will to fight falters.
Also, I thought that would be another minus 30% max HP, but blood is fuel.
Thing is even more horrible.
Now go into Wilbur. Go into Wilbur.
Cannot come soon enough.
He's bleeding for 5. Touché.
Continually
All the extra actions. Otherwise, we were about to lose 2 heroes. Usually, I wouldn't spam that many extra, but we were about to lose a lot of good heroes like Zahar. If it was the Ripperkin, I would have taken that, but I was not about to lose Zahar. Okay, blueprint. Take the Jade. Bandages can go here. Anti-venom for the gold. Realistically, I do not need the holy water, so we can take the cudgel and sell it, and then black market delicacies and sell those. Quest complete. I'm going to go up to the treasure room. There's no fights here, so I can easily go back up to it. I feel safe going back up to it. And just in case, because I don't have anything to test it. It's trapped. That's fine. I'm going to try to go up to these curios up top. Okay, trap. 90, 60. We'll take the 90. De-stress a little bit. Torch up. Go way over.
Of safety.
Hunger check. This is not smart. Continue on. Trap. Oh, here's some extra food. I don't have the thing for it. Do I scout in here? Torch up. Extra curio. Which that would have been nice for the Swine God, but that is the Swine God down. A little bit of cheesing to make him go down. Because Ripperkin's a little strong like that. Although that being said, the Falconer crit him every single time. And did realistically half of his health and damage. So yes, I did get a lot of extra turns from the Ripperkin. But if you think about it, how much health did the Swine God have? And then 55, 55, 55. So the Ripperkin, or the Falconer did 110, 165 damage in 3 rounds after doing the mark. Did I think of that right? I'll put this up right here just to make sure I'm not mistaken, but yeah, the Falconer really did what a lot more than I thought she would do. Let's put it that way. Quest complete. Got the Scoundrel Seath. Got Wilbur's flag. 32,800 gold. A lot more than I was thinking. Got another blueprint, which might be handy. 6 deeds. 3 portraits. 30 crests. Evelyn hit level 6 because she survived somehow. I actually didn't think she would make it past that death door check because she did actually death door check like once or twice. And she has a 40% death door chance. She has a below 50-50 chance. That's a little rare. I do need to get rid of love interest. That is bad. No one was actually too stressed out from that. Got second wind on Esmeralda. Got Warren's adventure on Evelyn. Another boss down. Medical ward is free. Not that I'm gonna need it. Flesh is available. Not that I need that Eternity's color. And that's gonna be looking like the time to go for the matron, I think. So we're gonna get... Oh, I do need Mania off of Axolotl, so that'll help out. Corsi here with the debuffs, probably. Actually, maybe. I do go with the Roard, Helker, and what was the other one? Put him here for now, but there's another one. I do have Honki. I do have Miss Andre. So I have a few options on how to go into the fight. But I do think I want to go for the Talon Matron. And I'll probably be doing it in the Cove here. I'm just not sure if I want to do it in the medium or the long. Just because of how that fight runs and how dangerous it can get. But that's probably what we'll be doing next time. Going in there, leveling up the Cove, and that way I don't need to keep people with Marked by the Flock on. I can just get rid of that quirk afterward when I see the opportunity to. And go from there. Because if I remember right, that fight gets really, really rough. Really, really fast. I've only done it once, so I can't remember all that well. I just really remember some massive bleeds going out. Her spawning a lot of extra adds and some kind of nasty debuffs. However, I can't really remember the specifics of it. And I think even if I have a full contingent of Marked by the Flock going out, I don't even think it's 100% chance that I have the chance of meeting her. And if I go with the Crystalline Harbinger there, I don't know if I'll get the matron. So I don't know it's going to be 100% chance I go and find her, but it will be a chance. And so that'll be the hope. But that'll be the hope for next time, if not just leveling up the Cove and getting some other stuff. So that'll be the plan. We'll go with that and see what all happens, more or less. So that'll be it for this time. Like, comment, subscribe, all that YouTube jazz. And otherwise, as always, I wish you all well. I'll see you next time, and please, have a good one.